Thank you for joining us. Today I have Diane Phelps, who is here with the Laguna Woods Community Fund. Well, Diane, thank you so much for joining us. It was very nice to see you.
Thank you. Thank you for letting us come on.
Of course. How are you doing in your self-at-home stuff?
You know, I'm doing great. I'm a putzer, so I can putz around and do tons of stuff. I'm doing things I haven't been able to do for a long time, have put off for a long time. And then I have a dog, so I'm walking the dog. I'm going on a bike ride, all sorts of things. So it's great.
So you're keeping busy. So that's important because we've been talking to a lot of folks in the community who are also doing the same thing. And I think we just, we'd love to get back to normal, but here are things that we haven't done, like you said, in ages. So it's good to get to those.
Well, and I have little grandchildren, and so we've just had to become creative. We've been playing Uno and on FaceTime and stuff like that, trying to find different ways to stay connected. So
exactly. That's awesome. Okay, so let's talk about the community fund. What is it, and tell us about it.
Okay, so the Village Community Fund, it's a charitable organization that we set up a couple of years ago, and its mission is to provide support for programs, services, and facilities that enrich the lives of older adults. So what we're doing now is we're having a fundraising campaign. We're trying to raise funds to help with some of the needs that have come up based on, because of the COVID virus.
Now, your fund has been around for a few years. So tell me why you started the fund. Like, what was the reasoning? Was there not enough places for people to go to support?
Well, generally what we do, we were trying to fill a gap because often when it really is set up to generally, except for now during this pandemic, it's set up really for projects around the village.
Okay.
And so, or for seniors anywhere in the Laguna Woods area. But, and so, we've had like the video club, they got a new studio built out, but they didn't get the equipment. So through us, they raised the funds to equip that. There were some starter clocks that the golfers wanted. And so we've raised funds to pay for that. And so that's really what it's meant for, because we can't really rely on GRF or the housing mutuals, but especially GRF to pay for everything. So we're trying to fill in the gap where there's shortfalls of funds. And that's
awesome.
So now that COVID has come up and there's this pandemic and all of a sudden there's this great need, we're trying, and so we're separate from the foundation, but like the foundation, we're trying to see if there's something we can do to help.
That's awesome. I mean, that is really nice of you to shift gears. So let's talk about what the donations would fund during this pandemic.
Well, there are 4 specific areas we'll give the funding out. The first is, food and meals and other necessities to seniors in need.
All right.
Financial assistance to staff who've been furloughed for needs such as COBRA health insurance, that kind of thing.
Yes.
Medical care and equipment to seniors. So, for help to help doctors, maybe for some more PPE, maybe some equipment. And then the 4th is support to staff and volunteers working to keep us safe by keeping the virus out of Laguna Woods. So these are the 4 areas that we looked at that we thought were needs that needed to be met. So that's what we're looking at.
Can you elaborate a little bit on financial assistance to staff? Who are you referring to there?
Well, as seniors, we realize the impact on us, and all of us that are sitting in our homes, we get it. But most of us that are seniors aren't working, I should say. And so, but there are people that are working and have lost their source of revenue. And that's both, and even here in Laguna Woods. So even, our gate ambassadors, the part-timers, the seniors, a lot of them aren't working. And so we just think that there are some needs that they may have, and even staff, Laguna Woods staff, Village Community Fund, VMS staff, right. They've been laid off or been furloughed, I guess is the term. Yes. And so there's a question of what to do with their health insurance. But again, they're missing a lot of their income. And so is there something that people see as a need? And I have to say, we thought of that because somebody called into the, at a GRF meeting, and they said, are you thanking the people that are working? Because the people that are working, like you are working really hard. And then there are those that would like to work and aren't working and can't get paid. And so, right. And one of my neighbors asked me about, COBRA, is it, what are we doing about health insurance and that kind of thing. So that's what we're looking at.
Well, that's great because boy, Cobra is really expensive. So if there's
Right.
some way,
And then it's a bad time to lose your health insurance.
a lot of things are changing daily, so it's hard to keep
Right.
up with all the changes. So this is awesome. Okay, so if somebody wanted to donate to your fund, how would they go about doing that?
Well, there's a couple of ways. So they can go to our website, which
Okay.
is villagecommunityfund.org.
Mhm.
And there's a donate online button.
Great.
And they also on the website, there's a donation form they can fill out. They can download it, fill it out, and they can mail it along with a check to us. And that's our address. It's Village Community Fund,
Okay.
24338 El Toro Road, Suite PMB, which stands for Private Mailbox 223,
Okay.
Laguna Woods 92637. And if you don't want to download the form, that's fine too. You can just mail a check to us. But the reason for the donation form is that there are 4 different areas, and so you can pick if you would like it to go to one of the particular, one thing as opposed to another. Or you can, if you don't choose, then we'll just go to put it in where the need or the benefit is greatest. So.
And you're strictly looking for money, not donations of items.
Right.
Okay, perfect. I just clarified that. Now, during the COVID situation, what are some things that you're identifying there?
Well, okay, so I guess one thing I have to do is tell you a little bit about like how to think of us as an organization. So we're really think of us as a clearinghouse. So what we do is we get donations in, and then we give them to where they to programs and services. Or okay, so normally, like I say, it's the donations come in and they fund projects, and so a club or an organization will come to us and they'll help raise the money themselves. But right, but in this case with COVID, we've thought, well, we know there's a need, so let's raise funds. So the other thing that we're asking for, in addition to donations, if you're a club or an organization, or you know of an organization that needs something, let us know. Needs some funding, let us know. And the way you do that is you can just go on our website, and we have a project application, a COVID project application form, and you just fill that out. Let's see, and send that in to us, and we'll, what happens is we have a board, and our board considers it. And one of the people that really helps us a lot is Leslie Mogul, is our director of philanthropy, and she for a long time, she was down at Laguna Playhouse, and so she knows what she's doing, and so she really guides us through a lot of that end of it. So that's what so in addition to money, because we do want money, but we also, if you have a project out there or a program that you need to get done, let us know, and if you meet our criteria and we have the funds, we'll give them to you.
Okay, that's awesome. And I know that you have an email address as well, so people could email you there and ask questions.
Right, and I'm sorry, when you fill out the form, the project application form, that you can email it to us at villagecommunityfund@gmail.com.
Okay, perfect. Well, your organization sounds great, year round, of course, regardless of what kind of pandemics we're dealing with. But I like the fact that you're working with the clubs. So if they have something additional that they're going to need, that's really nice.
Well, thanks. We said, I was treasurer of GRF for 3 years, and everybody was always asking for money, and we just didn't have all the money we needed. And a lot of times we would just do the basics, but there was, were some niceties that people wanted, or something they didn't want to wait long enough because it might be in our budget, but not for 5 years. And so we're trying to make this, it's kind of a new concept. It's just starting to take hold. And hopefully, right, this is the way, it'll supplement some of the funding that we need in the village.
That is great. Well, I appreciate all the work that you're doing. Thank you so much. And it was very nice to talk to you. You stay healthy out there.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for thanks for letting me come talk about it.
You're welcome.
Bye.
And we'll be right back after this.